Well, I'm hitting my spot here again that I did the other day because the storm came in and washed out all of this. So again, I have just a short amount of time before I go back to work. But I just got a text message from my twin brother who has off today, and he is literally on the other side of that bridge. Son of a gun. But I'm gonna hope that he has some wash off there too, because I haven't been to that section since the storm. And we need this wash off. We need this wash off. Something interesting sitting there. Strange looking. I'm gonna get a little better of a watchful eye here because I was distracted with a lot of people here the other day. There's where the beginning of the dump is. I'm wondering just how deep that goes. There's a piece of sea glass. Sea glass. No. I'll put this back on if I find anything interesting. Well, for such an awesome looking spot, I am not getting much but junk. This is the most interesting piece right now that I've come up upon. Some milk glass. There's probably some kind of pedestal piece. I'm going to take it home because I'm not finding anything else. So this sits on top of the list so far. But I got a couple ideas to hit around that corner, and then the tide is still going out, so I'm going to walk the line that's starting to show up over there. Got to have strategy. I might even run down there for a second. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Is that a bottle? There's glass in there. I know what this is. It's more like a lens. There's a lens in there. Interesting. Well, it's a beautiful day today. Gotta take advantage. So I'm out in the water. I have to be out in the water because it's freezing cold out anyway. But I'm looking for stuff like this. Gotta start finding stuff that's aged and then stick around there. This is definitely old. Part of a bathing suit or a shoe buckle, I forget, not even know. But hope to find, without jinxing myself, hope to find some more stuff at this age. Well, a sporadic find. This one out of nowhere, way out deep. It didn't bring up silver. It's a dime shape, but it's got a very odd design on one side. I don't quite know what to make out of that. Looks like a wrench. The other side looks a little bit like a wreath, which could be a one dime in the middle, which would make it a barber or even a seated, but I don't know what that shape is at all. Maybe that's just corroded that way. We'll see. Well, I just think this will be a cool reveal. I'm not really so sure how old it is. Mini little bottle. It's got a deposit on it. No deposit. It's probably 70s or 80s. Nothing great. All right, here's another week. And as you can see, the river is flowing today, which is great for uncovering finds. You can see a little piece of pottery right there. And unfortunately, I'm under the gun again. I could stay here probably for the next 8 hours, but I only have about an hour before I've got responsibilities to attend to. So maybe I'll actually be able to come back today and get some of that stuff done. But for now, I'm gonna do a high-powered search to cover as much ground as I can, because I have a feeling there is some good wash again. So let's hope I can move quickly, see what's going on. Well, I'm back in my little wash area and not really seeing anything too promising. But I am getting some consistent beads out of this area, which leads me to believe there's a good wash here, which I kind of already knew. So I'll grab a few more beads here, but I'm not really seeing anything else dramatic yet. And tick-tock, tick-tock. Is that a button right there? Oh, all right, this is a little tiny button to go along with my bead. Well, maybe things are looking up. Any more buttons? I just picked up an old Lego piece also. Plastic. But it's got some writing on it, so maybe I can show just how old it is. Alright, well, I think it's going to be a button day again, which I'm not going to complain about. But that's the type of wash I'm getting. The buttons are showing up. I just picked up a wheat penny or wheat cent, but it was in pretty rough shape, rough condition. I'm not seeing any marbles pop up yet, which means they could just be sitting right under the surface. They sunk deeper into the mud, and they're not showing up on the surface yet. So hopefully we'll clear out a couple more buttons on this trip, because I don't have much time remaining. All right. Let's move on. Well, this isn't something you catch every day. Look at that beautiful color. I just walked right up on this. And look at that design on there. Almost looks like a yin-yang button. Very pretty. Look at that guy. Excellent. Right there. Where's your buddies? You're flying solo, huh? I always love checking this place out as a last resort. Every once in a while, it pulls up something really cool. Besides all these hermit crabs I'm trying not to step on. But it isn't the most wonderful place to hit. But I will hit it from time to time, especially after some of these big storms. Looking around in the mud, it's just a minnow trap. As I'm slowly sinking in here, there's a couple bricks. People definitely dumped stuff here long ago, but I have a feeling it's buried really deep. Now, it's not often I can walk this far out, and you can see we're starting to catch up with some tires. And as it goes a little further out, and we're seeing some bottles popping up. There aren't right yet. This definitely was a trashy area. Rubber. You see all the wood going out. Very cool spot right here. I tend to find some, I wonder if that was an old boat that's pushing out there. I tend to find some milk bottles in here, but nothing seemed to have come up to surface. That looks like some uranium glass. Whoa! I'm gonna have to get my other hand ready because I seem to be falling. All right, I'm doing a little sifting now. I did manage to get back here before the tide started coming in a lot. And I brought my sifter, so I just did 3 sifts, dumped it all right here. And without looking at it ahead of time, besides this little milk glass piece that I liked came out, this is exactly what I look at. I pulled off a little sole, and I just kind of piece through and look for anything interesting. Depending on how much time I have, I may want to cover a lot of grounds today. Nice little piece of pottery. So I may not look through as detailed as I should, because what I'm really doing is looking for a hot spot. And good things usually pop out right away. But I'm sure from time to time I miss a few things. Plastic piece. All right, I gotta do some more scooping. What's that? All right, this clump you're looking at, it's got some ornate design on it. This clump you're looking at is another 3 piles that I just scooped up. A bathroom tile. And again, I haven't looked at it yet. Interesting. And because you're seeing a lot of mud still, I didn't spend enough time really sifting it. Oh, what is this right here? It might have something interesting on top of it. Put that aside. And as I was saying, I could have sifted this better, and I wouldn't have all this mud in here. I know. I might have missed something that you see. Just leave it in the comment section. I'll come back and look again. Nope, not seeing anything. Remember, I'm in high-powered mode, so I'm sifting fast. This little piece right here. Interesting. Is that a cufflink? A little brass button. Put it to the side. But what I do like is, because I am finding some brass here, I'm going to stick to this spot and do a couple more sifts, because we know the metal starts to collect together. See this right here? Not sure what it is. It looks like a little cap, brass cap to something. And there's something with it there. No, that was a shell. All right, now I'm going to scoop a little bit more in that section. As long as you don't see a marble that I missed, because that can happen. I'll not be happy about that. Now, sometimes it's hard to believe that people can find broken pieces of glass so cool. But I do. And look at this piece. That is fantastic looking. And without knowing it, I would have said it was black glass, but it has an amber, dark amber tint to it. What a cool piece. I wonder what that was. This part is not broken off. That's part of the design. Maybe it was a bowl. Now, I thought that was a great scoop because this really cool textured bottle came out, and there's really no embossing on it, except it does say 19 something 9 on there. That might be a date on there, which is cool. 39 maybe, which the way it's machine made, it puts it right in about that era. But look what popped out with it, and that is not plastic. This looks like a child's saucer from maybe an old teacup playset with a little flower on that. And that is, it's ceramic. It is not plastic. And I don't see any broken pieces on it. Maybe just a little chip. How cool is that? Now I just quickly grabbed something that I'm really not sure what it is. It has a hole in it that you can see goes through. It feels glass, but certainly not smooth on this side and very smooth on this side. I'm really not sure what I'm looking at. Maybe the beginning of a bead, a glass bead that kind of went bad. I'm not really sure. Maybe a bead that was in the fire and melted down, but it's a really cool color, as you can see. See the swirl inside? Maybe the beginning of a marble? I don't know, but someone out there does. Very cool. Okay, starting to pull out the finds. Another one of my favorites. Little mini perfume. And I got about 3 more scoops before I gotta go. Well, day 2, and I have a much less stressful time out today because I don't have to rush back. I'm initially thinking I'm seeing a button right there. As I clean that up, oh boy, yep, was sitting right on top. A good sign initially at the start of this next trip. Well, I've just scooped up a clock gear, and this potentially maybe part of an old ornament, or it's painted kind of goldish, but it's glass underneath. It's not plastic. It's actually kind of heavy. I'm not really sure what that is. Well, this is the second hem weight I found in this area. So I'm videotaping this little collection because I thought this might be a good sign. This is a much tinier one than I'm used to seeing. This might be, oh, I thought that was a skeleton key, but it's just a piece of copper. Now, don't worry, I normally have my glove on for this, but I took it off for a second. It's a piece of lead. So when I don't have my glove, I'll grab something to push the spoils around. It's a bolt. So I'm not using my actual hands. Piece of brass to a bottle. And something, part of a clamp of some sort. What are you? Nothing. Another piece of wire. So nothing fantastic here, but I do like all the scraps showing up here. So I'm gonna check out this section again. Do a couple more scoops. A square piece cut of copper and an interesting little snap slash buckle slash something. All right, seeing some cool blue come out of this scoop, but I will tell you, my last 1,000 scoops were not great. This is a pretty piece of old pottery. A little yellow piece, but what's that right there? I at first thought it was a marble, and now I'm thinking it's more of a bead. Yep, I think I see the 2 holes on it. Yeah, that's what it is. Nice blue bead to go along with the blue shard. And again, I'm just gonna peck through, nothing else. Well, it's so often that I get blue willow pieces out of this place, and I try to keep them all because I love the pattern and the color. This appears to be a much bigger piece. Yeah, look at that. This is definitely a keeper. Too bad the whole thing wasn't intact. Look at that. We have a nice, made in Japan, established in 1849, House of Blue Willow. Cool piece. Probably from maybe the 50s or 60s. Well, I just picked this up right out of the mud. That's one of my bigger milk glass containers that I've seen. So I'm gonna have a lot of trouble not taking it with me. Gonna find some use for it. Well, I see something great in this scoop without even dumping it out. And it's not this amber bottle, which is probably again from like the 60s or 70s. Look at this thing. Is that a tiny little pot? That is not, now this is always just a guess, but that is not from the 50s and 60s. I'm gonna say that's quite a bit older. It's super thick. Huh, look at that. That is a wonderful piece. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. I'm going with a little mini pot, like a planting pot, but I'm not really sure. Very, very cool. I'm happy about this find. Oh, Mr. Piece of Copper. Piping. What else is in there? Well, in the same scoop I had that awesome pot. Look what popped out. Nope, not that piece of copper. Yep, we have our first and probably only marble of the day. And there it is. Excellent. All right. Now I gotta do a couple more scoops. Of course, I was getting ready to leave and things just started to get hot.